Yeah, don't worry. Is the I was gonna make it before.
Three general rules of the debate. So each candidate will have roughly 45 seconds to answer each question. Not every question will involve rebuttals or argument. The moderator will clarify when a question involves debate. And then the last rule, candidates will be selected to answer questions at random, but in this case, you'll be answering... No way, bro. Okay, what about now? Is it good now? Okay. So, because you interrupted, I'm gonna go over the rules again. So each candidate has roughly 45 seconds to answer each question. Not every question will involve the rebuttals or argument. I will clarify when a question involves debate. And lastly, candidates will be selected to answer questions at random, but in this case, you'll be answering in order. So basically from left to right. One by one. So first Anderson, then Lab, and then KW. So basically, the first question is going to be, do you have any comments on the actions of the last administration? Please claim the podium.
Hello? You can hear me, right? Hello? Hello?
Answer the question.
Hello? You guys hear me, right? Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay. Okay. Okay, okay.
Do you want me to repeat the question?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, do you have any comments on the actions of the last administration?
Well, I think in the last administration, I don't really find any different change at all. But I believe there may be some things going to be going through the discussion, and maybe some adjustment with a little. It's kind of hard to notables, but I believe I have no really any issue from the last administration. Yeah, that's end of my speech.
Okay, may the next candidate please claim the podium, Lab 1.
Yeah, so the last government real win, I believe we didn't see any real progress. I tried my best to serve as speaker during the term. However, there's only so much I can do when my power is limited to serving as the chair of the sessions. I believe that under Canada United Government, we will be able to make much more progress than previously. Bills will not be done sloppily. They will not have errors, and of course they will not include other BS, which if you know, then you know. They've got some inappropriate things in their bills, very naughty. You don't need that. I rest my case.
Okay, may the next candidate claim the podium and speak.
Yes, I do have comments on the last administration. I believe that although they were the first to be in the government, they did it quite sloppily. Parliament was half-assed. The bills that they presented at least, some of them were AI generated. Some of them contained, like Lab mentioned, inappropriate content. And since they realized that they messed it up so bad, they deleted all their bills. You can go look at the bills they proposed, the ones that passed. They deleted all of them. every single bill that was proposed by the previous government has been deleted. I'm done speaking.
Okay, good response from candidates. We'll be going to the next question. So the next question is, who are the members of your cabinet? Can you tell us why you chose those people specifically? Can the first candidate please click? Yeah, okay.
Currently, I have choose my for the member of my cabinet. The first one I choose for me is as a deputy prime minister is thus Mr. Cyber Bill B BW or YA. Since his have shown us his as a he has the capabilities to ensure this role, and he earned his trust, my trust, through the service, and his performance in all the department. He's handled things very well, and especially RCMP right now. He's currently the RCMP chief superintendent, but I don't mean to bias him. I was. Yeah.
This is time, unfortunately. We're gonna have to move on to the next candidate.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, may the next candidate please claim the podium.
Alright, so currently, besides the position of Deputy Prime Minister, which I've selected Onzak, he's a very competent and experienced member of Parliament. He proposed a number of bills and was one of the most useful and active legislators we had in the entire Parliament. Besides that, I have not selected any cabinet ministers at this time. I prefer to do it the way that it's done in real life, which is selected from the Parliament at large. I'd rather work with people that I know are going to serve in the Parliament and not put people that I may not be sure of yet. I want to look at everybody on the basis of competency, merit, and experience, and then from the members of Parliament, I will then select whoever's best fit for the position. That's all.
Okay, may the next candidate please claim the podium.
Yes. In my party, I've selected Brog O as the Deputy Prime Minister. This is due to his unaffiliation currently with any department. My Minister of Justice is Minion Cadden. Minister of Defense is Poofy D, due to his experience in CAF. Minister of Public Safety is XXX Pixelator XXX, due to his experience in RCMP and CSIS and CAF. Our Minister of Finance is Ricky21_D. The Minister of Transport and International Trade is Public Hazard 2, due to his experience with RCAF. And our Minister of Health is AGS. There's not much relevant CRC experience to the Minister of Health, but we've picked him. And I'm done speaking.
Alright, we'll be moving on to the next question. As this term has shown, it's rather hard to write good quality legislation as well as regulate departments. Why do you think you're equipped to deal with such issues? Can the candidate claim the podium?
Oh yeah, as you can see, there's only issue with the within the department. So, as I'm elected as the prime minister, I will see, I will try to put more into the internal affair, and then we will try to ensure non-bias and try to wipe out any corruption, and we will try to make some assessment for overall performance and based on the company and on the complaints during this time of service, and then I will try to see if we can cooperate with all the departments to come into a mutual solution. And then I will try to enforce any they maybe deserve second chance, but still I'm not going to I'm not going to let those things aside, or as people need improvement, or but still we need to give them a second chance, or so that we want to everyone to have fair chance, and then that's the end of my case.
May the next candidate claim the podium.
Yeah, so quality legislation will be proposed by Canada United should we be elected. Obviously, I think we have a roster full of individuals that are fully competent to propose bills. Me and Anzak specifically have proposed a number of bills which are currently in effect and resolutions, not just bills. We also have Knack, which has served as the clerk of the House of Commons, so he's familiar with legislation. And we're also going to bring in some new faces so that way we can get some other outsiders that may not be involved in government already, such as Coy. I believe he's competent and he's ready to get himself involved in this community's politics. We need new voices with a mix of people that are competent and able to write already. That's all.
Hello, please repeat the question.
As this term has shown, it's rather hard to write good quality legislation as well as regulate departments. Why do you think you're equipped to deal with such issues?
Well, I don't think that the government should be trying to regulate departments. They should be trying to work with them and establish frameworks for them to keep their own autonomy while cooperating with the government and cooperating with other departments and with the civilians. And as for good quality legislation, this isn't really real life. This is CRC. We're going to have to write CRC specific legislation. That means not going off real life, not going off what's written in the actual laws. I'm done speaking.
Okay, before we move on to the next question, as requested, the standard basically before it was 45 seconds to answer a question, I have up to a minute. So now moving on to the next question. What legislature do you plan to introduce? Who or what will you focus on regulating? Departments or civilians, and how will you manage taxes? Oh, is the candidate AFK? Hello?
Hello? Oh, I was me myself. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to look into is that we will put more concentrate into civil affairs, as we are, as a motto of our parties, we will put more things, more impact, into the civilians' opinions, and we will try to get more opinion from the civilians, and then we will try to serve the government as I'll try to make it improve as expect of who votes for us decide. Regarding to other department, I think I will try to. I think it's every single department is currently have the capabilities and doing really well. But I will try to look more into that too, especially in our RCMPs, if possible. Or due to I have learned that a lot of complaints regarding them. So yeah, I will just try to put more concentrate. But that doesn't mean I will just ignore about all the department, because I prefer a fair and a tolerance policy toward any other department, non-biased, just to keep their making things better, and they're just to serve for this committee. That's the end of my speak.
Hey, may the next candidate claim the podium?
One of the biggest pieces of legislation that we want to introduce and actually get ratified is the Canadian Charter. Not only will this provide rights and freedoms that will be outlined in a governing document, I also want to implement parts and elements of the Canadian Constitution Acts, which will actually outline the duties of the government and how we base our government off of. Currently, there's no real governing procedures. I believe there was a parliament bill, but I don't really believe that to be too effective. It kind of just defines terms. It doesn't really outline what each thing should do. I think departments, we're not going to focus too heavily on legislating. We're going to be emphasizing the rule of law, not bylaw. And as for taxes, yeah, taxes. The government, we don't need the money that much. I don't know what they're currently at even, but if the government or if the taxes are high, we'll look into lowering them. I mean, we don't need the money, man.
Okay,
That's all.
understandable. Okay, may the next candidate claim the podium?
Yes, we'll be focusing on 5 main legislations. Number 1 is the Bill of Rights, which we already have pre-written, and we will propose no matter if we win the majority or not. Number 2, you specified regulating departments of civilians. We will not be regulating departments. Like I said in the previous question, we will work with them. Number 3, we will propose the creation of Transport Canada to regulate the currently unregulated aviation. Number 4, we will rectify the issues with the previous criminal code. However, that might need to change because, like I said before, PPC actually deleted all their bills, and we will codify a state of emergency. As for taxes, we can't really control that. That's a developmental thing. Unless the developers give us the option, can't really do anything about it. And we'll have to recreate or rewrite a parliament bill, which I would hope we can do with the other parties, because, again, the old one got deleted by PPC. I'm done speaking.
Right, so moving on to the next question. What legislature do you plan to introduce? Who or what will you focus on regulate? No, sorry, I apologize. What will you do to assist in departments that struggle to maintain activity and loyal membership among the ranks, such as the Ottawa Fire Service and the CSC?
Well, for me, that's I'll just try to yeah. Okay.
Apologize, you haven't claimed the podium or the camera.
Oh yeah, my bad. Okay. Okay, so the first thing we will try to apply is that I'm going to make our shirts or to so that to enforce our the activities going to be maintained, or I'll just make some new announcement on the activities, or just I would say, or as I said, I will give them some tolerance. I would just give them more times or to fulfill the duties, or and then we will try to search them or into, and I will try to make changes in their within the department. I will try to do whatever I could at listening to their commands and any personal or opinions, or I will try to gather as many as feedbacks or any ideas that could benefit for the service or activities and for the department, well-being, for the good, and then I will try to put more things into into the affair to make sure that every single activity is doing good and doing wise, or it's possible. I will try to make some it's just recommend it is recommended to have any new activities or maybe new events, new things or for them to do to ensure that it will boost up people more morale and then so they have more passion to enforce their jobs or even I could even give or like I could even give them more benefits that they used to have or if possible. That's the end of my speak.
Okay, next candidate.
This is in regards to OFS and CSC and their activity, right?
Yes.
Okay, so assuming that I serve in the capacity of Prime Minister or similar position, I would release a memo directing Public Safety Minister to begin to work with closer and meet more often with these department heads and agency heads. This isn't just limited to OFS and CSC. Obviously, I know PPS is another one of those major departments that isn't the big RCMP or CAF. Besides from the usual quote unquote recruitment events, I'm sure we could work out some other events and activities that could boost their membership or keep their members occupied and motivated to continue serving within their respective agencies. That's about all.
Okay, made the next candidate. Yeah.
Yes. Well, Sync has made it very clear that the government will not be able to regulate or create rules about departments. So instead, we will want to be acting as a liaison between departments and perhaps coordinate interdepartmental events. We will discuss with the department heads, we'll meet with the department heads as to how we can help with activity. For example, coordinating civilian department events, coordinating department to department events, that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, we can't make rules about them. We can't announce stuff to them. We can't send them anything. Sync has clearly said that is not allowed. And I'm done.
Okay, moving on. We don't really have that much questions left. So, what offices, councils, committees, or other similar bodies do you plan to establish under your office to benefit the greater good of Canada?
Can you repeat the question, please? I didn't clearly hear that.
Alright, so what offices, councils, committees, or other similar bodies do you plan to establish under your office to benefit the greater good of Canada?
Or the other people I will try to influence as well, maybe is I still cannot think of any right now, but I will try to deep dive more into department to see and on how this performance, so that I can because to trust anyone, it's not just about the relationship. It's not just about the personal issue. It's just about they earn my trust through their performance and their activities. I will try to be more headhunting for good people that have the capability for the future or for the future appointment. I'll just try my best to get more in touch with all the department. I'll try to find I'll try to find those people that's more deserved the appointment or to serve this because especially for the ones who has specialized in department.
I'm afraid it's way over time.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
We're gonna have to move on to the next candidate.
Can the candidates please speak clearly? People can't hear you on the stream. I'm receiving some very bad messages in the chat in Polish. We have some Polish diaspora in Ottawa. They're not really liking it very much.
Okay, so one of the main things that we would like to create, the institution or what is it? Yeah, institution, is under the Ministry of Transport and Internal Trade. We'd like to create a Bureau of Commerce. This would help advance one of our greatest platforms, which is the player-owned businesses. Half the fight is working everything out logistically and administratively, and the Bureau of Commerce would essentially be the institution responsible for certifying, reviewing, investigating, and doing all other administrative work regarding the businesses. It would approve the licenses. It would make sure that they don't violate rules that are set out by legislation that will be provided by our members. And yeah, that's about it.
Next candidate. Please remember to claim the podium.
Yes, we would be creating Transport Canada in order to regulate aviation. Some people have asked me why I'm not campaigning on player-owned businesses and that sort of thing. The answer is because we would need dev support and we would need sync support, both of which aren't happening because development in Ottawa is frozen and player-owned businesses aren't sync approved, which is the answer to why everything else isn't happening. So, in short, we would only create Transport Canada, and depending on how tax goes, this would be in the future in Vancouver. The chance for the Canadian Revenue Agency may come up. I'm done speaking.
Okay, moving on to basically directed questions. So, for candidate Anderson, how will you ensure the right to freedom and protest if the RCMP is practically uncontrollable? What exactly do you mean friendly and open environment, and how do you plan to achieve it?
Yes, thank you, Mister. I'll explain it clearly for you guys. To ensure our open and friendly environment, we need to push more. We need to ensure people's rights. We need to ensure people democracy at its finest. It's like they have the right to protest. They have the right to express their speech. But the thing is, yeah, as you can as RCMP currently RCMP's activities have some bad things that affect the image. But I believe not all the officers are doing that bad things. It's just some bad apples that spoil the bunch. To ensure these things are as its finest, I'll just say that I will try to give people more opportunities to speak anything such as I will push more things into civil affairs, like if possible, I will cooperate with the RCMP's command to set up a civil affair. But if it's possible, because that's the department, they have the rights. I'm just giving suggestions. Or regarding to civilian affair, I'll just enforce more things such as surveys, such as mailbox, such as opinion box, or for those who want to submit their opinions outside the government office, so that
I apologize. This is overtime again. We're gonna have to move on to the next candidate. So, for Canada United, Candidate Lab 1, how do you plan to establish player-owned businesses? How will they be regulated and overseen? How do you plan to increase government efficiency and transparency?
Alright, so a lot of people have claimed so far that player-owned businesses will likely not become a reality because of sync and ownership. I'd like to go against this point by saying half the battle is showing that we're capable. By showing and demonstrating that the Bureau of Commerce is competent and effective in its way of administratively logging and maintaining business licenses, I believe that we can show that we are ready for these businesses. For the development side of things, the only thing they really need is, I guess, some items in game. I mean, we can do everything else administratively. We can improve it. We can enforce it. We could even create a law that prohibits illegal businesses from being operated to make sure that businesses are properly regulated. Transparency and effectiveness. One of the things I made a point is I want to direct cabinet members to release bi-weekly reports that would allow the public to see what is actually happening in the ministries, and that ministries do not go and slack off or perform lackluster. And yeah, that's about it. Those are the two things. Yeah.
And now the next candidate for the NDP, what specifically do you want to change the criminal code? What would your Charter of Rights and Freedom entail? How do you plan to create a connection and collaborate with departments?
Well, for the first question, what would we change about the criminal code? The criminal code currently doesn't. Number one, it doesn't really.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, can I get my timer restarted because this just happened?
Yeah, security, please get this guy away from my podium. Thank you.
The security will be.
No,
swiftly
security,
moving on.
please remove this guy away from the podium.
Yes. Anyways, so for the first question, what would we change about the criminal code? The criminal code is currently lacking quite a few charges. It's currently not describing a few charges. It was deleted, and some of the charges had quite inappropriate items in them, which I don't want to specify here, but quite a lot of you know it. Number two, what will the Canadian Charter of Rights have? We actually have it pre-written, which we can post in the which we'll post in the elections channel just after this is done. But in short, it covers free speech, free protest, free media, application of rights, enforcement. And how will we coordinate with departments? We will meet with department heads. We will discuss with the department heads. We will propose ideas and take their ideas for things like interdepartmental events, civilian regulation, and departmental acts. And those departmental acts will codify cooperation with other departments. I'm not speaking.
All right. There are no more questions. Okay, I apologize. Those are all the questions I have. We're going to be moving on to audience questions now. So, if the audience wants to ask, please raise your hands up if you're in the stage.
I'm the audience. Hello.
Yeah, you're the audience. Hello. No, bro, there's more people.
Oh my god. No, I'm raising my hand. Okay, Lean, stop with the penguins. They
Okay.
will be swiftly removed.
Please.
Go. There we
Okay.
go. So I have a question for the NDP. What's his name? KV. Oh my god. Lennox.
Security.
Join the stage. So you say a lot about not moderating or regulating departments. Does that have to do with anything with literally all of your party members being department heads slash high ranks? And also, considering the new rules Sync implemented, which actually forced me to resign, do you think they are willing to give up their precious ranks they worked all their time in CRC for a mere cabinet position they hold for 30 days? Because I don't think you will win re-election, to be honest. unless the rumors are true and you're trying to extend the term limit to 3 months. I've heard that somebody told me they're
Okay,
trying to hold on
that's
to
a long
power.
question, please. Come on.
Okay, that's the end of the question. I would like an answer. Bring him on.
Yes,
What's
that is a
happening
great
here?
question. That is a great question, and it's been raised by many people. Number one is the not wanting to regulate departments, anything to do with the fact that my cabinet is departmental high ranks. No, it's because of what the previous administration did with their, for example, RCMP Act, National Defense Act, their CSIS Act. All of them were struck down by SYNC. They failed because SYNC clearly specified you may not regulate departments, you may not create rules for departments. Number two, is the cabinet willing to resign? No, that rule only applies to Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister, not cabinet members. Number three, it's a true one to extend the term limit. Yes, that is true. It's because in 30 days you can't do much. That's 2 parliament sessions. You really can't do much. We would like to extend it to either a month and a half, 2 months, maybe 3. So yes, that is true.
Okay,
I'm done
and
speaking.
you also, I have a continuance to my question because I don't think anyone else is willing, and I still have my time. So, you say a lot about your members being qualified. They're qualified in running stuff, running departments, and not even running things. Let me go over your cabinet. Bragg, which is your deputy prime minister, has experience in moderation and other groups. He does not have legislative experience. He does not have any unit leading experience in CRC except for SIU, which is basically an intelligence organization, not anything relating to public service or government. Your other candidates, such as Pixelator, is only a deputy, except he's now provost marshal, obviously, but he's been made so. Lena will kill you. Has been made provost marshal only about a week ago. So I don't think he has experience either. People like Ricky D, people like Poofy D. Let me go over your whole cabinet. Did you post it anywhere? Oh, also, didn't Blanc leave your cabinet? Because he told personally to me, and also said in the CAF server that he dropped out.
Oh, sorry, I'm on
So
stage. Oh, are you done? Are you done with your question? Sorry.
no. Minion Caden
Okay.
has no experience running anything relating to justice. He has experience in police and law enforcement. Public Hazard only has experience in flying, nothing about trade. Ags has no experience at doing anything at all, other than the fact that he was a development in some row states. So he could have viewed the Senate sessions, but he actually didn't participate in them. So why do you still think your cabinet is qualified if they don't have any legislative experience? They can't write stuff. They can only run departments or act like cucks to their respective commanders.
Okay, that's a very big question. Number one, legislator experience. This is not a ruination. I posted an example of a bill that we pre-wrote that we will be proposing immediately. It was written by Blanc, Public Hazard 2. It's a very well-written bill. You can see it in elections. Number two, we'll go over the qualifications. Brog, yes, you mentioned SIU. He's the Deputy Prime Minister because he currently doesn't hold any departmental ranks in CRC. Very good. Non-bias. As for Pixelator, you forgot to mention that he was an AC, or DC and RCMP, for one of the two. As for Minion Cadden, again, he has RCMP experience. CRC has no justice system, so there's no judicial experience someone can have. Poofy has experience in CAF. Minister of Finance, there's not really that much experience you can have with it, so that's why we have Ricky. He's relatively qualified. He's relatively level-headed. Same thing goes for AGS. You mentioned that Blanc, as the Minister of Transport, has no experience with anything except flying. That is exactly what the Minister of Transport does. As for internal trade,
no, I say he has no experience with trade. You're twisting my words.
That won't exist.
Twisting my words.
Listen,
Okay.
that won't exist. That will never exist. Sync has said it will never exist. It doesn't matter how well set up it is. It will never exist. This is not a ruination. It will never happen. And as for him dropping out, that is correct. He will be an MP. We'll need to select a different Minister of Transport and Trade. The reason he dropped out is because of his time zone, and that parliamentary sessions would be at basically midnight his time, and he doesn't want to mess anything up. So we'll need to pick a new one, but he will stay on as an MP.
Okay, you also said Pixel has experience in RCMP. Sir, I'm a chief superintendent, or at least I was. Experience in RCMP means nothing in CRC. You're a glorified CSM. It means nothing. You can only host trainings. Pixel hasn't done any internal affairs work. He hasn't done any managing. Only thing he does, or did, in RCMP is hop in game whenever there's an abuser and arrest them and do trainings. As for me and Caden, he does have some internal affairs experience. That doesn't mean he can write up good bills. Your argument that it's not a row nation is null here, because not just because it's not a row nation doesn't mean the laws shouldn't be written properly. As such, that I write proper laws, your members won't be able to, because they're simply inexperienced in row nations. Yes, we're not a row nation. We don't have a judicial system. We don't have any superior courts. We have no row politics. We only have a government with a prime minister and a parliament who are neutered. But that doesn't mean that you don't need experience in running a government to run a government. You don't need experience in departments.
Okay.
You do need experience in specific fields.
all right.
Sorry, I will alter my last statement. You need experience in specific fields to be cabinet members. And I agree with you that some of your members of cabinet are actually non-biased and appointed for merit for their experience in departments. But if they're a bad legislator and a semi-good unit leader or a department head, that doesn't mean they're a good member of parliament.
Yes. That's again a good question. But first of all, everyone has to start somewhere. Second of all, I published an example of a bill that one of the people you claimed was unqualified wrote. It's very well written. Okay, that would be again the Canadian Bill of Rights.
Actually,
It's
oversaw the
unfinished.
creation of that bill. He was using AI. The bill that you're talking about, the Blanc bill, was created with me, Lab One, Redacted NAC, and him. It's not a personal bill. It was made in coalition with me, Lab One, and Blanc, and Redacted NAC, the clerk of the House of Commons. Your argument here is also null.
Great. Well, as part of Parliament, we won't be writing bills. We won't be writing bills just ourselves. We'll need to make coalitions with other parties. We'll need to work with other parties and take outside opinions. So,
What does that have to do with my question?
everyone.
Listen.
Also, I don't think anyone from maybe that's your people in your party that have experience in row nation legislating, but I don't think anyone in the previous government or running in this government did.
Oh, you're wrong, actually. LaFrancis, iClouds, Railway, all have experiences from British legislature, from games like DUK, from games like Westbridge, from games like Solves UK.
Are you saying that Railway and LaFrancis are examples of good legislators? Because I think
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they have experience.
So
they know
what's your
how Parliament works.
Does that mean that experience makes them? Does that mean that experience makes them immediately amazing? Because you just pulled out people with experience who
I
were
never
terrible.
said that. The thing with experience in legislature means that you need to know the procedures. You need to know the how to make the law. They know how to make the law. They know how to write it. Maybe it's not. They know the procedure how to make the law. Lena, I will fucking kick you if you keep throwing plungers at the stage. They know the procedures. They don't need a parliamentarian or like a guy by their side to tell them how to write a bill. Your people do, as proven with Blanc. And obviously, I'm not saying they're great parliamentarians, but they still have experience, and they didn't do that much of a job. The bills you're mentioning that were absolutely ass, which is the National Defense Act, the CSIS Act, and the RCMP Act, were made. The National Defense Act was made by Duty Rhino.
Yes.
The RCMP Act was made actually somewhat well. It was struck down because Sync just doesn't like people hiring our RCMP. So,
look, I mean, I don't think the experience makes everything. In the last term, I'll bring up this point again. We had people with experience who were actually terrible. So I don't think experience makes everything. And first of all, everyone has to start somewhere. And I'm pretty sure that we can figure it out. We will work with the other parties. We'll work with everyone
I
else.
agree they need to start somewhere.
We'll work.
You're saying
Don't interrupt me. You're interrupting me.
Guys.
Do not interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. You interrupted me. We'll work with other parties.
Okay.
We'll work with department heads. We'll work with outside. We'll work with people. We'll consult with people on the outside to write high quality legislation. We'll work with your party. We'll work with everyone else's party. I don't think this is a problem.
Yeah, that will.
Is that all?
For you for now. I'll answer the questions later because I want to give other people a chance. Also, I have a last question for Tag. Is your party communist?
Candidate Anderson, please answer the question.
I can tell my or I want to I have many questions and concern regarding my party. Yeah, or I will clarify in this one or for all. My department is sounds like is communism, but no. The reason why I choose labor parties is you guys know every single of you guys, white collar, blue collar, whoever you guys are, you guys are still work. You guys are still worker. You are work. You are in a you guys in a labor is a labor's yeah. You guys are in labor. So the reason that's the reason why I choose the labor party. But the people the people's mean is for people. It's for is so I want to make it sound more friendly to some more civilians and anybody's since I'm encouraged open and a friendly attitudes you have the right you have any right to respect yourselves as a civilians of this country and yeah that sounds communist but no we are socialists but we are more than a conservative and a democracy. We are not communist.
Wouldn't you be socialism?
I'd like to add, you just said you're communist.
Okay, we hold
No,
on. We have
that sound communist.
Okay,
Fact checker
okay, okay. Relax.
Yes.
Bro,
Keep it
let me speak,
civilized.
bro.
Keep it civilized.
Let me speak.
We have two more. We have two more citizens wanting to answer the question. No, what the fuck am I saying? We have two more citizens wanting to ask questions. Please hurry
Last
up.
question. Will you move towards the creation of public transport as for the communist utopia you're trying to?
No, that's not what I'm not going to do. Yeah, regarding to the transportation.
That's all for me.
Free buses and bikes?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay. So, reminder for the audience. If you want to ask a question, please specify to who is it meant. So we're gonna be bringing up 43x to 1/8. So go on, ask your question.
This is a question to the leader of the New Democratic Party, KW6M. What exactly do you plan for the role of the for cabinet positions such as Minister of Justice and Minister of Finance, considering that there is no existing equivalent in game? What experience do they have outside the community, not just legislating, which Onzak recently asked, and that's pretty much the question.
Okay, that's a very good question. As for the Minister of Finance, again, like the other parties, we'll have to consult with the developers. We'll have to figure out what's going to be in Vancouver because nothing's going to happen in Ottawa. We'll have to figure out what's going to happen in Vancouver, which is releasing soon, and coordinate based on that. As for the Minister of Justice, they do have a role. He has experience in RCMP's IA.
Well,
Hold on, I'll be right back. I can answer this later. I have to quickly mute. I can re-answer this later. Sorry.
Okay, well,
All
there's a
right.
difference between a judicial system and public service, so that's not really relevant experience, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said he has to.
All right, you want to continue this because he's busy.
Just bring another.
Okay, if you have.
All right,
any...
thank you, Tom. Thank you, Thomas Shelby. We'll be back.
Okay.
Whoever has
Okay,
questions
next.
for not NDP.
Next
Oh
one
my!
up,
Yo,
Nine Cat.
relax. Okay. Next person.
Yo,
Okay.
hello.
Yeah, please tell us who you're directing the question to, and then say it.
All right, I want to direct the question to the Chinese guy. So,
Okay.
how will your party ensure that your policies are fully aligned with the Canadian democratic values, such as free elections, independent media, and protection of individual rights, given the historical associations with the CCP and Chinese restricted freedom?
Okay.
I would say my party does not have any real relevance to the Chinese government or any CCP. Well, but yeah, and I say as my party's purpose is to ensure people rights and the democracy that's have been a core value of the Canadian government. So, as I say, I will try to be more open for the governments towards civilians, for them to express their opinions and their minds through the mailbox, or especially our civil affair, or and yeah, I would say. If you have any concern regarding to the Chinese and CCP, I can assure you that those guys, we don't have any relevance to those guys. And to be honest, communist is not a I'm not a communist myself, but I think
Wrong.
communists can be good, but are not actually good in certain aspect. So I prefer to be more open. As
Is
Okay, so let's say you become the prime minister, right?
yeah.
Do you promise to like, because I know the CCP and shit, like they used to like starve the citizens of China. Do you
okay.
promise that every Canadian citizen will
This is
be
getting too
well
political.
fed and
No, this is an
there will
important
be no?
question. We need to
This is
know.
not. This,
Okay, wait.
Okay,
Okay,
please,
I'll change the
please take in
question.
mind there are people in the audience wanting to ask a question. No,
Okay,
wanting to ask
I'll-
questions, please.
I'll ask my last one and then it'll be quick. It's small. Okay, when you become the prime minister, are you gonna implement the CCP's spyware onto a Canadian citizen's phone, and will this be mandatory?
True.
I'm telling you guys, I have no relevance to those CCP's party or government of China's. But yeah, you know that we as the government, we have to ensure the diplomacies, or we have to cooperate with all the country, or this is just for the benefits of our country, of our people, and this country. Uh, I guarantee you, I'm not having any relationship with their CCP or China's. You whatever you guys think of, or that's not the case. And I assure you guys, I'm not I'm not going to support any communist ideal, because I work in your shoe. I prefer an open one, not a closed opinions one, and I hate dictatorship as well. So,
Oh my god, bro. Okay. So if there was a ranked choice voting in this election, who would you vote for?
if regarding to the selection for my cabinets, I currently I currently haven't have any all this candidate for now, but I'm still headhunting for those guys in all the departments. Because I need to in order to choose one which is suitable for their positions, I need to deep dive more into our department that have shared this experiment, the same experiment, or it really regard within the department that relate to the position. Okay.
So do you have any personal relations with Xi Jinping?
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next. We're gonna move on to the next citizen. Okay. Okay. Candidate KW, you had a citizen previously asking a question you didn't finish. Do you want to answer his question, or would you like to ask your question to another candidate? So you're gonna have to choose.
Where did the Chinese plug go? Where's Tag?
Oh.
Tag, are you rejoining?
Did anyone say
you are-
Tiananmen? What happened?
Yeah, continue with the
Oops,
question.
oops, I was
while
muted.
bringing him on.
Continue
I was
with the
muted.
question.
Sorry, I got a call. Right. So you asked about outside experience. I don't think that's relevant. If this was a row nation, that would be, but this is CRC, which is a very unique community. So I really don't think that outside experience is especially relevant. Sorry, can I ask my question to Tig?
Okay, you may ask your
Very short.
question to the candidate.
So, will your Department of Foreign Affairs be recognizing Taiwan? And can you state clearly that Xi Jinping is a dictator?
Okay, okay. Okay, do not answer that question whatever you do. Now go back to the audience. Okay, so anyone in the audience have any more questions?
Oh, I have
Please
loads of them. Towards Tech Gamer as well.
The same two guys are want to ask questions again.
You know what? I'd like to ask a
Please
question.
talk.
Okay,
Alright.
Hello.
please tell us who the question is directed to, and then we'll put on stage.
I've got a question to Lab 1 about his in-game businesses.
There we go. Ask your question.
So how do you exactly plan to implement them? Well, this can be a factor, but we all know the economy right now in games broken. Like, most people accumulated over £1 million with products on sale for which you could probably buy 1,000 of them or 100. And what would be the point of a business if the economy is currently broken and it's not bringing a profitable income for business owners?
Yeah, so obviously at some point we would like to add like an economic aspect to the businesses. It is a vital part. However, if we look at a lot of communities, like you think of the big rural states, like I know currently Mayflower, Clark, we got Ridgeway, Firestone, all those. Even Westbridge, they have their own player-owned businesses. A lot of them bring activity and more roleplay opportunity, and I think that's something that a lot of players emphasize a lot more than getting in-game cash. Obviously, that's a little benefit, but I think it would help the game to have more opportunities for role-play and activity, both factors that the game is kind of lingering with right now.
Another question is the difference between those rural nations and states is that they already have a lot of more aspects of the game, but Ottawa it's pretty much cops and robbers. No one really role plays, and it'd be hard to implement that in game when the current game environment is just cops and robbers, RCMP, blue lights, sirens all over the map, civilians driving recklessly, no law and order whatsoever.
Yeah, obviously that's one of the things that's a big challenge, and while we can't be exactly like those other groups, I think they're good to take inspiration from and to look into what can be implemented here, what can be changed, and what can be modified to make these things actually work and make a difference in this group. Obviously, I know some groups, you know, they don't let them do crime or whatever. They don't want criminals in the businesses. Obviously, there's going to be some light restrictions. The only thing is, obviously, you can't do crimes while representing a business. Your business can't be crime related, stuff like that. You know, you can't be immature and do horrible things as a business, but we want it to be lenient so that way people want to participate in this.
And if you were to add legislation for these in-game businesses, what would legislation for them include? Like how would you regulate them, and what will they be regulated by?
So, like I said, obviously the only restrictions is there's going to be no crime. You know, obviously you can't do anything relating to organized criminal activity with the business. And these things are going to be defined very clearly. And then requirements for registering businesses, this is going to be left to the Bureau of Commerce, TBD the name, but it's a basis. It's going to be attached to the Ministry of Transport and Internal Trade. And basically, they're going to be responsible for all of the administrative sides of this and making sure that everything goes in accordance. And then with the legislation, which I assume will be some sort of commerce bill, we will add some sort of charge to the game with illegal operation of a business. So players actually, you know, they have an incentive to follow the laws and do the due process to actually have a business that's 1, legally registered, 2, professional, and 3, well organized.
No further questions.
All right, thank you.
I'd like to state a question for TE Gaming. I'll bring him up.
Okay.
TE Gaming, do you denounce the 1989 massacre at Tiananmen Square?
Okay, don't answer that question. I fucking knew it, bro. Okay,
Bro,
we're
you're
gonna
right.
pull up candidate KW for rebuttals again. So, can you please ask your question?
Yes, Lab. You have a good idea with the player and businesses, but What would you say to, for example, me, who's been told by Sync that this just won't happen? Like, it just will not happen. This is not a roleplay game. It will not happen. What would you say to that? How are you going to
Well,
respond to this?
for years,
Just-
Think said no to government as a whole, and that's become a reality within these
That-
past
he
few
did not say-
months.
He did not say no to government as a whole to me. I don't know where you got that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he has over the years. I've been in this group for 5.5 years. I've been here for a long ass time. It's basically been like a big part of everything I've done on Roblox. Basically, I've been in and out. I haven't been consistent, but I've been here long enough to like kind of see what he's done, and he has changed up a lot over time, and he has been more welcoming to things. The one thing you have to do is you have to show him that you can handle it. I think a lot of the things with PPC is they expected to be given these responsibilities and powers right away, but they had no way of showing that they were capable of doing them. And when they asked for unreasonable things and got told no right away, they just gave up completely and just shifted the blame on Sync instead of trying to make any effort to actually, better themselves.
Okay, that is a great response. Let me follow up. So, let's imagine that you do win the majority and you do get into power. What's going to happen? What are you going to do if you propose this and Sync just says no? Then what?
If Sync says no, I mean, we're going to do what we can. We're going to keep, everything to plan. If it doesn't work out, we'll work on, finishing our other goals. We'll return to it later. If he is still in opposition, then, what are we going to do? He has the final say. We can try, but if we don't try, nothing's ever going to happen.
Have you considered asking him while this election goes on to get a statement from him before it happens? So that you
I
can
mean,
confirm? Have you?
no, not
have
really,
you been-
because I don't really have easy connection to him.
Would you like me to?
I mean, you could. I'm just a community member. I talk to him time to time every couple months, but it's not on a personal basis or a basis where I can get answers for development.
Okay.
Is
Let me
that
ask
all?
myself. Yeah, that's all. I asked, and I'll come back with a response later.
All right,
Next person, Adam,
Adam.
you can come up.
Oh, great.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please direct to who the question is going to.
Okay, I'd
Can I
just
ask you a
like to
question?
say thank you that most of the mainstream media is too afraid to have me on, so thank you. So my question comes about to Quebec independence. As you know, you are Prime Minister of Canada, and you have the opportunity to grant this status. So if a majority of Quebecers choose independence, would you support that decision, or would you oppose even if it, reflects the province's will?
Yeah, there are 3 candidates. You haven't told me who you're directing the question to.
Doesn't really matter.
Everyone, I
let's do
guess.
that one. That
Everyone
one.
should answer.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. One by one, put them on stage.
Yes, this is an excellent question. However, this is Roblox, so it doesn't matter. Right, I'm done speaking.
So their rights don't matter.
But
Yeah, you fucking bitch. Yeah, you say Quebec doesn't matter. You.
Okay. Okay.
I would probably, deploy the military, get a couple training sessions going, blow some heads off, put them down.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
We got a question from Police Chief Lay. Let's bring him on.
Okay, so who's the question directed to? Hello? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't hear you. I don't know.
Hello, Thomas Shelby.
Oh, it's to Lab 1.
All right. We couldn't hear
Okay, what's the question to Lab 1?
So you plan to introduce for something equivalent to the Bureau of Commerce, but for businesses. Assuming those businesses would include other media companies, will you introduce an independent body for media regulation within, for example, I don't know what's called in Canada, but in the UK it's called the Office of the Communications. Will you add something equivalent to that here to make sure media regulations are being followed?
Yeah, I mean, if we do have a bigger scene for media, obviously, if it isn't done right away, we can always propose more amendments to whatever commerce bill or act we make to make sure that things are properly enforced and changes can be responded to effectively.
Okay, and I've got another question. What are the first 3 things that you propose be added to the Canadian Charter?
Sorry?
What are the first 3 acts you propose be introduced to your Canadian Charter that you wish to propose?
Like, what do you mean by that? Like,
What I mean is, like, can you outline the main 3 changes that will be
Agreed.
introduced to your Canadian Charter?
I mean, honestly, it's gonna be probably a simplified version of what it is IRL. It's gonna be main rights and stuff and freedoms. So obviously we can't have any BS happen. Then I'm gonna take elements of the Constitution acts and put them in as well. So that way we have a basis of governance. So that way we aren't just going off of what we think should happen. So we have some actual procedure to follow. But yeah.
Okay. No further questions.
Okay.
Oh, he did. Adam said he has an actual question now.
Okay, Adam, you're back on stage. Please tell us who
I would
the.
like to apologize for my previous outfit. My question now, you guys have all talked about yourself and what you think that you are the best choice for the Prime Minister. If you could not vote for yourself, who would you vote for? Thank you. Address to everyone.
Okay. You're gonna pull up everyone on the stage.
Yes, this is a very good question, and it's actually a reality because you can't vote for yourself. So I casted my vote for the Social Democratic Party due to the fact that they're not really promising LARPy promises. They're pretty level-headed, and I've talked to them privately, and he has good ideas. So that would be the Social Democratic Party.
Yeah, I'm planning to vote for FMLN because LearnGet, I just aspire and I really follow with like his bravery to run, even though everyone tells him that he shouldn't and that he's a terror org. I think it's smart but dangerous what he's doing.
Fact check status true.
Okay, the gaming, you're the last candidate. Please answer the question.
Okay, mate. I don't know why my I think it's I cannot promise that I can do anything, but I will try to do anything as my potential. I think if it's come to another party that I have to choose is gonna be to the Liberal Party of Canada, since that's a party that I have been aspiring to join this election or to set up my new parties on stage, and they really inspire me. I can tell. All right.
Okay, Adam, do you have any more questions?
My question was never answered by TE Game.
Okay.
Um,
Okay,
we
considering
wanna
Adam's
do
in
that.
here, we're gonna put him back. Audience, if you have any other questions, please raise your hand. Okay, there
I
we go.
believe he's complicit in genocide, guys.
Shut-
okay.
Okay.
The fact checker, calm down.
Okay,
second,
who's your
please.
question directed to?
Okay, so my question is directed to, what's his name again? The Chinese guy, T Gaming.
TE Gaming, yeah.
Okay, one sec. Let me get the question up. Okay.
Okay, bro.
Right. So okay. So during CCP's ownership, are you planning on making Canada like North Korea, where there's gonna be statues of you everywhere, and people won't be able to leave unless they like worship the statue and stuff? And are you gonna make your own religion?
Okay, let's bring him up.
Okay.
He's been called up to the stage.
I don't think you should answer this question.
Okay, this is gonna be my third time I have to clarify that I have no any intentions or any plans that are set up my government, just as how the Chinese and the North Korea people are doing right now. As I say, I'm encouraged for open environments and opportunities for peoples.
equally, or as long as every single of you have the right to express your
Wait, you
state.
didn't say no. You didn't say no.
I say I have to clarify again that I do not have any relevance regarding to the Chinese party or Korean guys. Those guys, I already clarified you. This is going to be the fourth time, okay? And I say that everybody under my government, everyone should have the right to express their freedom, express their opinions, express their democracy in a limited ways, like just as long as it's not going to cause any downs or any flow of the life or within our cities, or there's going to be fun. They can just do whatever they want as long as it's not it doesn't endanger the public. It does not harm any others.
All right, so I have one last question. It's going to be really quick.
Yeah.
Are you going to rename CSIS to a Chinese Security Intelligence Service, and are you going to allow the monitoring of Civ radio chats?
No, I'm not planning to change those guys into the Chinese
So,
because what?
Will you? I just like to clarify for
that's
him.
enough.
It
That's
is an
enough.
ability right now as an independent fact checker. They can monitor chats right now. I'd like to
Okay, that's enough. No,
Would you
no
remove
more
it? I think
off-topic
that's what he was
questions.
asking.
No more off-topic questions, please.
Are you going to remove the surveillance of innocent Canadian citizens from the Chinese?
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next. So, candidate KW is going for rebuilds. You want to speak, please? Who's the question
Yes.
directed to?
Question for Lab. So you've been declared a terrorist twice, and I think your deputy prime minister is Sippin, and he's been declared 4 times. What do you say about this?
No, my deputy isn't Sippin. It's Onzok, and I think my declaration holds no weight. Just as obviously your party has people that have been in CSIS and they've been in some hot water too, and they've been people have been trying to hold them accountable. I mean, everyone has some issues in their past, and mine doesn't really specifically revolve around anything that malicious. I mean, obviously, yeah, I shot people in game. I did organized crime. That was what, 2.5 years ago. I don't really think it holds anything to me right now. I served speaker throughout an entire term. I served every single session. I served as the chair, and I was able to basically establish some of the first procedures and principles of the parliament. Arguably, me and Onzok were probably the only ones that could have held the standing orders together.
That's a good answer. So you're no longer affiliated with Octopia, right?
No, it's been abolished for like 1.5 years or 2 years. Not a year and a
Okay, very
half.
good. Very good answer. Okay. Yeah, I'm done speaking.
Okay, moving on.
Bring the big lay up here. He has another question.
Okay, before we continue, I like to say if you guys ask shit about the CCP again, you're generally going off the stage. Please keep your questions
CCP.
on topic. No,
Yep.
keep your questions on topic.
Stage is now censored. You cannot talk about it. All right.
Exactly.
Here you go, Thomas Shelby.
This is a question to all the candidates, but assuming the outcome of the election is similar to the one in the previous election, what will your governments do in the event of a minority in parliament?
Well, even if we get a majority, we'll still work with the other parties to work on bills together.
I said
We'll try
minority.
Yes. Okay. I said even if we get a majority. Okay, if we get a minority, we'll still work with other parties. We'll still try to get a consensus with them. We won't. Well, at least we won't try to create conflict, and hopefully we can create a coalition with another party. I mean, in a true democratic society, everyone becomes minority, and there's no 51%. It's not the U.S. Yes, ideally we could make a coalition with other parties or some other parties.
As I say, as long as it's good, as long as it's for the beneficial or for the government and for the civilians and for our country, we are good with I'm good with any opinions, any with anything. We are, and I even are, even if those, even are, I have some rivalry within within the chairs, or I still don't just ignore that. I would just still collaborate with those. As long as it's for the shape of the country. I don't give a damn if they are my rival or any hostility or not. It's just for the shape of this government. Yeah.
I once again ask all candidates to speak clearly so you can be heard on the stream. Thank you.
In the case that the Electoral Act is not followed, I'll do something similar to Real Win, and I'll appoint the rest of the ministers of parliament of the 30 seats proportionally to how the votes were cast in the election.
Okay. Got one more question for all. Where on the political compass do your parties lie?
I don't think it's too applicable to my party, but if I had to land it somewhere, probably center left.
Yeah, this isn't real life, so that doesn't apply. This is Ottawa. This isn't even a real nation. You don't have
Yeah,
left, right, center. I can't answer that.
You also can't really put like it on a axis like that. It's a little more complex.
The only sort of promises you can make that would put you left or right are LARC promises like affordable housing or public. Yeah, that's never gonna happen. Or public transport, never gonna happen because this is Roblox. So.
Is that all?
I'm requesting animal control on the stage. There's a fucking penguin running around.
No, okay. Okay, is that all?
There we go. The penguin has been removed. You can continue.
That's all for my answer.
Okay, TE Gaming, the last candidate you have to answer the question, then we're gonna move on.
I've got one more question.
No, TE Gaming hasn't answered your question. You want him to answer it, or are you gonna go on next week?
Answer it.
Is it about the CCP?
What is the question again? I haven't. Can you repeat the question, please? I have an issue. Okay, just questioning. I don't know why my computer have any issue today. But can you please repeat the question for me?
Where on the political compass do you lie?
Yeah. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hello.
Where on the political compass do you lie?
What was that again?
Where on the political compass do you lie?
I don't lie any.
CCP is left wing.
I don't lie any. I don't lie any. I don't lie any. It's just because our reason why I don't lie any because my ideal is just combines of anyone's or any like a bit from communism, a bit from socialism, a bit from democracy. I would just say no, none of them are my standard. I just combine them into the good and better one, which is suitable for my ideologies. That's it.
Okay, I've got one more question for Lab 1.
Yeah, Lab 1.
Does your proposed deputy prime minister believe in LGBTQ plus right?
Sure. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's all the questions. We're gonna
Can we
move on
ask
to
it to Teg?
No, we're gonna move on to the next person in the audience. It's gonna be Annex. What?
Okay, so
Who's the
wait,
question
hello?
directed to? Who's the question directed to?
So I have a question for TE Gaming. So
Oh my goodness.
no, it's nothing about the CCP. All right, so TE Gaming. Once you
Yes.
Once you become the prime minister, are you planning to change the age of consent?
Okay. No.
Okay, you're out of here.
answer.
You're out of here. Okay, Adam, or no, Sophia, you can come up. I know this guy's
Super
good.
Tia.
All right.
Super Tia. Put him on, bro.
Who would you like to ask a question?
Super Tia, who's your
I
question?
got a question for Anzak, the Deputy Prime Minister.
Well, he's the. You can ask Lab.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Is it true that you were deployed to Ukraine within the past 5 years?
Okay.
No,
This,
Okay,
no.
Listen, you know.
This
Adam,
might be an issue because if
hold
he is
on.
deployed,
No.
we will lose a seat.
No, he
You know?
isn't. No.
This is bad.
He isn't.
Can't play
He's
on the
clearly
front
here.
lines. All right,
He's
Adam, you
clearly
come
here.
up.
How can he be
Adam,
deployed?
you come up.
Get Adam on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Adam, what's your question? And who's it directed to?
So yeah, this question is directed to Lab 1, Canada United. So the question was is about player-owned businesses, if you are able to get them implemented in the game. As you know, Lady Art Pizza has expressed interest in branching out. Would you accept a Lady Art Pizza franchise in Ottawa?
I love Ledyard Pizza, so the answer would be absolutely yes.
Any
Thank
more
you, that's all,
questions,
that's
Adam?
all. That's all.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
Okay.
I would love
questions.
to.
Any more questions? Audience, please raise your hand.
He would be fine this
I think set for Tia.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so as we know, Ottawa is on stolen native land. Would you plan on recognizing some of that stolen native Lab 1?
Okay, Lab
We'll
1,
bring
this is a
Lab
good
1
question.
on. This
Put
is
him
a
up.
legitimate
Bring Lab
question.
1 up. All right.
Yeah, so yeah, of course. I don't know how anyone could answer no to this.
So could we do rain dances in the parliament is really what I'm trying to get at.
I don't know about rain dance. I think we did the haka a few times maybe, but I'm not familiar with the rain dance personally.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Is that all? Is that all?
Oh yeah, can we also get the Commerce Department to issue licenses for casinos too? Would that be possible?
Oh, that would be
Native
really
casinos,
good. I don't see how this could go wrong in any way.
Me neither.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
Is
thank
that
you,
all?
set for Tia.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna put up candidate. Hold on, we're gonna put in candidate KW or Bills.
Yes.
What's your question?
This is a question for everyone. How much money will we be sending to Israel? Personally,
Okay.
$5 billion.
No, we're not gonna invite. Okay, 9X, your question.
All right. So, I have a question for TE Ming.
Oh my god.
Alright, bring him up.
All right, let's get him up.
Yes.
So, you say in your elections, you will ensure freedom of speech, protests, and media.
Yes. Yes.
How can you be so sure that these protests will not turn violent and people will start like attacking other people for not being Chinese?
Okay, bro.
Well, I would
Please do not mention
say.
Tiananmen Square.
Okay,
Well-
no, we're gonna skip. We're gonna skip this.
Okay, we
Joe.
skip. Okay.
No, that wasn't my question. In that Lean
We're
said
gonna
that.
skip.
Yeah,
Okay, we have
yeah.
other people in the audience, please.
Okay,
Just-
wait. So, you say you preserve culture, encourage good values, and are open to creativity, but you said, you'll bring communism. You said you will bring a communism into Ottawa. How can there be culture and good values and creativity when communism is a thing once you become prime minister?
I have to. I guess I have to clarify you for the fifth time that I'm not a communist. And the second thing is that I say yeah. I prefer to preserve good culture because a lot of people our ancestors have contribute lots of values to come up with our today's we have ourselves here today is tend to their dedication, their contribution, so that I would say I would try to preserve as a tone
Okay,
of
so-
gratitude for our ancestors. And the
I'd
thing
like to
is,
remind.
1 second. Are you planning on changing the name of Canada to Soviet Canada?
I have to clarify you once again that I'm not planning to change Canada into a communist country.
Right.
And-
So, upon becoming prime minister, are you gonna
Okay.
sell Canada to China?
Okay.
I have to clarify. I have to clarify you once again that we may have diplomatic or relationship with
Okay.
China, but that doesn't mean that I'm gonna sell us country to China. So you got me.
Yeah, we're gonna
Oh,
have to go on.
Hey! He said I got him.
We're gonna
Yeah.
move on to the
I'd like
next
to remind the
candidate.
audience that he did
Okay,
say he is
relax,
communist.
relax. Order. Okay.
There's we have a
Why-
random in here. Let's bring him on.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
animal control, please.
Going on.
There's a sheep running on the stage.
Not on my screen.
Can YL please?
Oh, I see the sheep. As a
speak?
matter of fact, the sheep will be exterminated. 1 second. It's
Okay.
gone.
Yeah, hello?
Okay. Yeah, please tell us who the question is directed to, and what the question is.
To everyone. Just a quick
Okay,
question,
so all the
like,
candidates.
for all the candidates, like, can we get like free chicken and like watermelons? That would be great.
No.
Carla.
No.
Are
Why?
you asking for like
Okay.
a Snap EBT type assistant? This might be a good
Okay.
question.
Yeah, Ottawa BT.
Yeah,
Ottawa
well, we have.
EBT.
Okay,
Yeah,
hold
It'll
on.
be considered.
Hold on.
We might need
Okay.
food stamps.
Get this guy off stage. Get this,
Hold
get
on,
this
hold
gorilla
on.
off stage.
KW.
Gorilla.
Okay, guys,
hey.
relax. Please, relax. Okay, bro. Okay.
Anyways, I have a question.
Hey, yeah, you have a question. Go on.
So, as we know, there's like 5 million Indians in Canada. How many student visa what will the student visa quota be? How many Indians will be allowed into Canada every year?
Who's the question directed to?
Everyone.
Okay, everyone.
As much
EG,
as
how
we can
many?
allow.
Very good. Very good. Personally, I would like to
Security,
bring.
we have. There's a guy attacking the candidates. Please take care of it.
Personally, I would like to bring all of India. We have enough land. We can put them in Yukon or Saskatchewan. They can bring all of India.
Yeah, that's kind of
And we can-
racist.
And then we can turn it.
Okay, no, we're gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Okay, so 9x again. Please say your question and the question is directed to.
Alright, so I have a question for TE Gaming.
Oh my goodness, bro.
So considering there is currently food, oh shit, what's it called? Food shortouts in Canada. Are you planning on making any fried animal food stores? And what animal would it be?
Okay.
Well, I would say as long as it's not a violation of our culture and this animal are not endangered, I think is we can encourage. We encourage open opinions and creativity. So as
Can
long
you give
as
an example of what animals would be fried?
especially catfish, maybe because those animal are. I'm not sure. Those animal are classified as a domination or species with a cosmo harmful
Well,
that's
I mean,
beneficial.
land animals. Do they have
Land animal.
four legs?
Land animal 4 legs.
Squishy?
Wait,
I
what?
think. Yeah, you said something.
So would you? So what animals would it be? Land animals with over 4 legs. 4
Well-
legs or more. Would you fry any of them?
I would say it just depends. I'm not going to fry any of them. That's the civilian. That's the civilian things.
Okay, pause. Earlier you said catfish, right? Do you mean cat and fish or
No,
catfish?
it's catfish is a species. It's a species that's I believe it's the.
Okay, we're gonna leave it at that. Cats and
Okay,
fish. Alright,
end it off.
whatever.
End
Get on
off.
that.
Can we
End
not?
off.
Can we not? Okay. I asked the
Okay,
moderator
guys,
to
no more
stop
racism. No
saying
more
political
racism.
fallacies.
Okay, this is last warning to the public.
Okay,
Please keep your
sheep-
questions.
No, not last one. Not last one. That's
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Last warning to the public. Please keep your questions on topic. Oh, we won't even let you speak at all, bro. Okay, who's trying to speak? Okay, we're gonna put 43 on the stage. He's been with for a long time, so
This
say
is
your
a
question.
question to Tech Gaming.
Okay, the gaming.
What's your working relationship with Taiwanese resident Cyber BWA?
Can't get this fucking idiot off.
Don't answer that question, Socrates. You're on.
Oh, okay. Matter of fact, wait,
So as you all know, this is a question to all the candidates. Ottawa is becoming unaffordable, right? Okay, it costs like $3 million for a little shed. How do we plan to fix that? You know, I can't really afford
It
that.
actually
We're
costs
gonna make auto more affordable.
$125,000.
That's still
not
really
true.
expensive. How do we bring
$125
the
you can get for one time
That's very
coverage.
expensive. We need to bring the housing prices
One
down.
time coverage.
Are you currently employed?
No.
You don't have an audible job?
Okay.
Are you asking for welfare, Stanpertia?
Can we bring Onzok up, because I'm sure he's got some great questions.
Okay, Anzok, you
I
want
have
to...
some great questions and
Okay, please make your question like short, bro. You're writing a whole essay, please. One question.
Dude, stop shooting for Tia. Yo, wait.
Please put the rifle away.
There's an active shooter in the state.
There we go. I removed the tools. All right, I have obviously a question for the big KV to bring all the random LARPers off the stage.
Okay, go.
So question, KV. How can you say anything about being in terror, like a previous terror, when you're part of a friend group? And also, why is it that you have a direct communication with Sync? Won't you exploit that opportunity if you're a minority in government or if you're a majority in government in order to sway the community ownership in your favor to gain more things out of the government, gain more permissions, allow yourself to do more stuff? Why do you think that's acceptable?
Okay, first of all, what friend group am I part of? Can you please clarify this?
You're a part of the big CSIS friend group, as I've noticed in some time of gathering some information about my opposing party, directly opposing party.
Well, this is completely alleged. I can be friends with whoever I want. CRC is a small community.
Well,
People can be friends with political.
we can call
Second
it
of all,
alleged, but
don't interrupt me. You've interrupted me. Second of all, you mentioned Sync. I mean, I'm just friends with them. Like that's it. I will any party that needs, a dark line. I can facilitate it. I've done it already. I can keep doing it. I will not be exploiting it to gain quote unquote extra permissions.
Yeah, but doesn't that mean you're basically Pop-Tart if you ran for government? Because you have no clear. Your only policy, the clear policy, is that you want to let departments let go of any regulation from the government. You want to regulate only civilians.
That's untrue. We also want to establish Transport Canada.
And that's also very suspicious considering. No, I haven't finished the question. That's also very suspicious considering all of your party members are somewhat established within departments, except Brog. But Brog was established before. He was a very high rank. He was very high up in the echelons of power. He's still in CSIS.
That should be the case. I mean, this is not a royal nation. The people ruling it should be the most qualified. We have picked the most qualified people. If you have a party of people who haven't been in departments, that's not correct. You're doing something wrong. That is how it should be. You shouldn't have a.
One second.
I have a question for KW.
Well, I think Onzok was speaking.
And proceed with the question.
So my other question.
Okay, your other question. Come on.
Yes. What was your other question? Sorry, repeat.
Nice one, bro.
Please, sorry.
Excuse me, having some interruption with the connection, as we know. I'm not from the Western world. Anyway, what was it? Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna ask. Wait, let me remember real quick. Oh yeah, right.
Okay.
So you said, sorry for the curse words. I didn't mean that. So obviously, would you think a person what person would have more experience in understanding a department? A person who's like a middle to high rank, or a person that has been a low rank member for over 5 years? Sorry, a middle to high rank that's been in power for a year, or a non-commissioned member. Well, let's do it in CAF terms, or a non-commissioned member who's been in his position for over 5 years. Who's more experienced?
Okay. Good question. First of all, we won't be writing. Sorry, I'm gonna get a little. Don't interrupt me while I'm saying this. First of all, we won't be writing bills as a sole person. We'll be consulting with departments. We'll be consulting with members. So, I don't think the experience of one person really applies. Second, to directly answer your question, I would say probably the middle rank, who's been in for a while.
No, I didn't say the middle rank has been for a while. I said the middle rank has been for 1 to 2 years, and the low rank has been in for like 5 years. Who has more
Still
experience?
middle rank. Still middle rank.
What? Okay. So that's just flawed because the high rank may have gotten into. Well, okay. Let's actually take, for example, your Deputy Prime Minister, Brog Zero, because I have his whole career memorized. So he became a member of the Canadian Armed Forces Police, or whatever it's abbreviated to, after
CFMP.
he went from the CFSCG when he was only a sergeant. Then he rose to the SIU by joining very early on and getting a friendship with Blanc, who was currently the CIU CO. Promptly, Blanc put Brog into the RMC because he saw potential in him running a unit, a potential which he clearly did not at all. Get fucking 9x off the a potential which clearly didn't prove himself itself, I mean, because shortly after Blanc resigned and Brog became the CEO, SIU went to decline. So by your logic that people who are experienced in running stuff should be the members of government, your own DPM is a horrible pick. But a unit which was the candidate for Minister of Trade or whatever the position is called, he ruined it completely.
Well,
And you want him to be your deputy? You also have no experience in running departments. You keep saying that it takes experience in departments in CRC because we're not a row nation. But you are a corps sergeant major in RCMP, a rank which can be gained by XP.
Come on, we have 2 other candidates.
okay.
No,
Yeah.
that's-
Sorry. Let me make it quick. Him ruining the department is subjective, and second of all, my original DPM candidate was picked later. But no, I think Brog would be perfectly
It's
qualified.
even
The reason that I picked him rather than someone else is because he currently has 0 affiliation with any department, being a high rank in it. So there won't be any.
What the fuck is going on?
I think
No bias.
our candidate is having
Okay.
a seizure.
Sipping had a question. If that satisfies your answer, Sipping had a question for me. If that satisfies your answer,
So,
you can keep talking
yeah.
if you want.
So KW, it seems that all of the people you're trying to bring in are in huge amounts of power. I guess you could say oligarchs. Are you gonna let the oligarchs run Ottawa fully, like
An
control
oligarch?
power? Yes.
An oligarch is, first of all, an oligarch is someone who's owned a state-owned, who bought a state-owned business, so they're not oligarchs. And second of all, they don't have control. Like Sync clearly states, they can't manipulate the departments. They can't make rules to the departments. So no, I will not. I hope that satisfies your question.
Oy vey, oy vey.
Is that okay? We're gonna move on if you don't have any question. Okay, Salfortia, yep, amazing. Salfortia, what's your question?
Yo, so for that guy that was just up, I got a question for him, the manual guy.
Okay.
Hello.
So in the beginning, you said that parties that don't have people who are in departments shouldn't be in power. That's correct, right?
I did not say that. No.
Yeah, you said something to that
I said-
extent. Then could you?
I said that.
That is true.
Sorry, I said that
All
it's
right.
better to. I said that it's better to have people who are.
I know. I
who've been in
believe you
departments
said
who are
it
currently
shouldn't,
in.
but that's besides
I
the
didn't say
point.
they
So you
should.
just said
Okay, yes.
Brog has no affiliation, and he would be your deputy prime minister.
Not cur-
Why
he
then
cu-
would he be a good pick if he is not affiliated
said-
with any departments? By your
I
own
said
logic.
he currently has no affiliation with them. He's a previous major in he was previously a major in CAF. He's held some other ranks like in OFS and CSIS, but he's resigned from OFS. He's resigned from CAF, and I don't know if he's resigned from CSIS, but he has no current affiliation with them. He has experience, and I think that would make him a good deputy prime ministerial candidate because that means he has no bias towards one department, mainly because he's been in all of them, except even RCMP actually. He's been
I
in.
mean, you can still have bias in the department that you've been in, even though you've left it. You just still make the connections with the people in there.
I mean, bias can't be fully removed. Every candidate will have it. It's real life, Row Nation, Roblox, CRC. Everyone will have it, even
alright.
subconsciously. I hope this answers your question to a satisfactory extent. Does it?
Is that all?
Yeah.
Alright.
Go bring the big lay on.
I've got a question for what's his name? KW6M.
All right, Thomas Shelby.
Yep, okay.
Yes, my child.
From 5:25 p.m., which is the most recent election post you posted, 75% of your proposed cabinet members, I know, are confirmed to have or serve in CSIS. And this brings the question of, if your party's put in power, will it become an intelligent state or known as spookocracy?
No. The reason that would be the case is because not every, but almost every single person who's rose to prominence in CRC has been in CSIS, at least in one.
No, not every person.
That's why I said
I don't know
almost.
about that one. Yeah.
That's why I said almost everyone. Basically,
No,
Yes,
not
but
almost everyone. A very small minority
I've been CSIS,
Really?
yeah.
name a few. Just name one, please.
of people who rose to power without being in CSIS.
Yes.
Hello?
I'm not going to answer that question because it's quite obvious. Like, if you look at OFS,
Please. Just come on.
hardly
come on,
any of
OFS,
their.
really.
No, I'm not the one being debated. You're the one. You're the
I
one.
mean, CAF
on
or
trial.
don't pull out OFS, please. Don't pull out OFS.
Why?
Okay, well,
Why? I just
CAF,
did.
RCMP. Because they
Okay,
have no
please
power.
start arguing, please.
No,
If you
they're
have a
OFS.
question, ask. If not, we're gonna move on.
But yes, almost everyone who's rose to prominence in CRC has been in CSIS. So it's not they rose to prominence because they were in CSIS. It's they got in CSIS because they rose to prominence.
Okay. My second question is:
Yeah.
since voting closes tomorrow, and you've been constantly promising a manifesto, when is it actually going to come out?
Today.
Today.
Sorry about that. Actually, we
A
actually
little
we
late,
actually have
isn't
it. We actually already have it. We just never updated the link. So I'll do that. Stupid.
That's all.
I have
moving
a great question. I hope.
Bro, whenever you ask a question, you write like 3 essays, bro. No, please, you write 3 essays, bro.
Yes. Okay. Let's let you speak then.
You suffer
Get these barrels out of the fucking chamber, bro. Really.
Yeah, okay.
so-
I got a simple question. This is for both any candidates. Just a yes or no. Have you ever been in CSIS?
Okay, we're gonna answer. We're gonna
Very
put
good
on every candidate.
transparency, yeah.
You have to answer. No, you guys have to answer this.
It's just
No.
a yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We're done.
There we go.
Who said no?
Okay, no, bro. Yeah, okay.
Who said no? Wait, I'd like to
Whatever,
fact check this.
whatever.
Come back
I
up.
think- I think
Who said no?
Me. I said no.
You said you're not in CSIS.
oh god.
Allegedly.
So lying on the stage?
Nope, not confirmed. We don't know for sure.
Oh yeah, we don't know for sure.
They operate like ICE agents. They got masks on. We can't tell who they are.
Yeah, they operate on alt SETA that like pee on the street like a dog and like having a
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Chill.
Okay, moving on.
We at LOC do not condone CSIS. They're a great agency.
We don't condone anyone.
Yeah.
So actually,
We love
moving
China.
On.
We love China. Okay.
No.
Sorry. I confused
Okay,
condemn with condone.
hold on. Okay, 43 is up again. Audience, if you have questions, please raise your hands. Don't just sit here.
This is
Yeah,
a
what's your
question
question?
for all candidates. Have any of you ever committed an illegal action whilst representing a government agency, including kidnapping Canadian citizens on Canadian soil?
No.
Of course not. I have a
No,
squeaky
no,
clean
no.
record.
Okay, great.
I have a question.
Any
for KW.
questions?
Yes. Ask your
Like a
question.
genuine one. Okay.
Okay.
Will you be passing any legislature about the rights of CSIS?
So the last government actually tried to do that, and
Yeah,
I know I
but
pulled
they're
up a lot, but
stupid and
Sync
they
is-
wrote AI docs and the Sync got
No, but
mad.
listen, Sync
I
kind
think
of
it could
specified that you can't
happen.
write legislation about CSIS. No, he just specified you cannot write legislation about CSIS.
So they can just do whatever they want,
Nothing
right?
that even mentions it. They operate
Okay.
outside the confines of the
Okay,
government.
so they have
again,
free
according to
reign.
him.
Yeah, I get it. Hmm.
So,
I have a
Okay, is
question
that-
again.
Okay, Onzak, what's your question?
So okay, listen. You've been talking about how CSIS is all a normal department. Really? Like, okay, listen. I don't think the Mockingbird leaks, are like a big like a secret now. I know the document has been removed, unfortunately, by the SSNP or whoever did it. I honestly forgot at this point. IGN.
back.
But from the chat logs, we can clearly tell they're not a regular department, and obviously not everyone who's been in power has been in CSIS. If we're talking about the biggest person in CAF right now, Croix, has he ever been in CSIS? No. Has
Yes.
Simbuilder been in CSIS? Yes, he has.
Yes.
What?
Crow's been in CSIS.
Crow hasn't been in CSIS.
He was
And how would
years
you
ago,
know that as a non-CSIS member?
because CSIS used to be a public department. You can go check department announcements. He made plenty of announcements.
yeah,
related
and
to CSIS. I don't know why you're saying this, because this is clearly
Are you
BS.
CSIS? I'd like to ask again.
No.
Okay, sorry. I will clarify. After Seeking Chaos, was Croix CSIS?
I don't know. I don't know when Seeking Chaos was in. I think he came before it.
Right before Enigmic. Right before.
I don't know. How would I know? I can go check. I can go check.
I will answer you. It's a no. He was
bro, go check the
in
Trello.
CSIS when in 2018 under I believe Studio Kruger. You know what CSIS did back then? They did intelligence. They infiltrated organizations. I'm not gonna go into detail about what they do now because I think I will be declared at this time for sure. But the point I'm trying to make is he's not in the modern CSIS we know. But people in your party,
not 2018.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, 2020, not 2018. But continue. I just checked. It's 2020.
Oh, it doesn't matter. The fact is, everything after Seeking Chaos has been it's been in decline because Seeking Chaos CSIS actually did their job, although he was a terrible director. But that's not even my point. You're talking about that CSIS is like a normal department to get into. I mean, obviously, it's a hard department, right? But it's there has to be an issue that they commit so much stuff, and the department itself is not held accountable. Also,
listen. Sorry. Actually, sorry to interrupt you. Sorry, continue.
Right. So I'm actually going to move on from the thesis question. You don't even have to answer because I know it's very problematic.
I would like to answer
it. We'll answer it then because then I'll continue after it. I really want to.
Even if we wanted to regulate CSIS, we can't. Okay, Sync. So they tried to. Again, I don't want to pull this out again, but I'm going to. The PBC tried to, and Sync just said no. You can't. You can't make a bill that even mentions them. Can't do that. So you can't control CSIS. You can't regulate them. You can't do anything about them as the government. They regulate themselves. Sync regulates them. I think they're fine, as long as there's, I'm pretty sure they're fine.
Okay. Well, you have a direct line of communication to Sync Roblox. Can't you influence him to do some sort of an assessment on the department?
No.
Why is that?
Because I don't have any control over departments. I can't tell him to do something or
else. No. We're not talking about control. What do you mean control? I didn't ask about control. I said influence.
Right, exactly. And every single time I've asked something related to a department, he says, "No, sorry, I don't." He says like.
Well, what exactly is your relationship with their owner?
Sorry, can you repeat that? You kind of cut out.
What exactly is your relationship with the owner?
It's related to development of the new game and some of his other games.
Vancouver, yes. What are you developing for him?
Classified.
You can't tell because you're under NDA, or do you just not wish to tell?
No, I just don't want you to talk about it.
Okay, so it can be anything. It can be from government to departments to textures, right? So it's directly related to the development of it. Like directly, not related to departments or it's directly related. Okay, so you're a scripter. I see. So it's a pretty important role to be a scripter in a game, especially after Grandpa Abrams led the community and Ashley. I don't know what you are, but if you're saying like it's a major position, because it's not related to departments, it's not related to textures, right? So it's something to do with game mechanics. So obviously it's something important because Sync wouldn't trust a random kid from clearly dev or hidden devs to develop a major game for him. He trusts them to build stuff, but not to make game mechanics. So you're a pretty important person in the development team, although you are a contributor. So do you just deny that you have any pull within the ownership?
So let me clarify how this development works. So nobody related to the community is currently directly creating functions for Vancouver. Everyone, I don't know if you've seen who's rolled in the Discord and stuff, but everyone doing it is completely unaffiliated with CRC. They have like 5 matches in CRC. This was expressly done to prevent departmental bias, like is in Ottawa, where CAF is OP and the other departments are neglected. Sorry, CAF members. So, to answer your
But you
question,
are in this TRC member.
do I have some form of can I influence it? Can I influence the development? Yes, I can. Will I? Yes. We will have well, this is a development thing, not a government thing, but in the future, and very soon, there will be a way for department heads and such to get things added for their departments into the game. Again, this is not related to the government, so I'm not going to go in depth into it, but
That's been promised for a very long time, actually. I remember he told us and to join department meeting back in 2023, and he hasn't delivered on his promises.
I promise you it will happen this time. Because
your promise is worth nothing. You're a contributor, not a developer, not even for Ottawa. And you're saying you have no pull on Sync, so how can you say that you can know anything
I have
really?
a pull development-wise, not department-wise.
If you have a pull development-wise, you can do stuff for departments, yes?
Yes, I can.
That means you have pull in departments.
Yes. Not the departments themselves, only on development. Only on development of them.
Okay, I see what you're trying to say. So you can develop for departments, you can influence departments and whatnot.
Sure.
Won't that mean so I'm gonna move away from my question, and sorry to everyone that's waiting. I think it's sub 14.
There's
Yeah,
two
great.
more. No, two more.
Sorry. If you want to do a private, like if you want to call me later and talk privately, or send it to me in text.
I don't wish to talk to my opposition privately, respectfully. It's gonna be a very, very weird looking.
Okay, we're
like I'm
moving
trying
on
to
to the next two candidates. Not
Yeah, I will be
the audience.
leading the floor.
Okay. Okay, we're bringing up Salvador. Salvador, what's your question?
All right. So, I think whether it's going to be said or not, there's somebody, I can't remember who, but they realized that hey, maybe relationships with other groups might be important, and they like rolled orange for in the CAF server. So my question to all the candidates is just going to be yes or no. Don't yap your ass off. Would you want to have relations with other groups such as Mayflower, like with Clark County, Orange Bear? Yes or no?
I don't. I hate to pull this one out again, but it has been vetoed by Supreme Leader.
Supreme Leader.
Not at this time.
Yes, at this time. It was vetoed by His Excellency Sync. Sorry.
Okay, is that all?
Sounds like a thesis, I would say.
Don't use the C word.
Do not use the C word on stage.
I'll have another question in a little bit.
Okay, okay. 43 what's your question?
I was just going to ask this point blank to KW6M. Are you a puppet for Sync Roadblocks, and were you involved in Operation Bug Star?
Okay, first of all,
and the unlawful death of Silent Ghosty.
Okay, first of all, if Sync wanted to do something, he would just do it. He doesn't need someone to do it for them. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need someone to do it for him. He can just do it. Okay, that's clear. He just does it. Second of all, no. First of all, I'm not in thesis, and that's kind of obvious.
A lie.
That's kind of obvious by the fact that when that before they used alts, I was never in the group. Like, you know.
So
what?
You could have. So you're saying that it's impossible to join thesis after they transitioned?
How would I know?
Well, you do because you are in thesis.
I'm not in thesis. Can we go past this question?
Okay, I don't like lying on stage, please.
People, please stop asking me about.
What is
lying on stage
is it
not
true
right.
that lying on stage?
Off the fucking stage.
Is this party? How did you get on stage?
Put him on the stage, bro.
Lying on stage is condoned.
Okay, come
sorry.
on, we have.
Do you have a legitimate question? You have another question?
That was my question, but you lied about it.
Okay,
well,
is that all?
They fired everyone who's in the Silent Ghosty incident.
Okay,
that's in the document.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
They kept many. They fired the. I think it was like an applicant or low level. They fired.
They fired PSO.
Yeah. Okay.
Were you fired because of the Operation Bug Star?
And then they kept everyone hired.
Okay. Sufferty asked.
But you are now,
something
right?
Wants to ask. Okay, Sufferty wants to ask a question.
Yeah, bring Sufferty up.
Okay, so is lying bad? Let's just tell the candidates. We can get a yes or no on that.
Okay.
I think lying.
Why not?
Lying
Why not?
is very bad.
Why not?
Is
Let's go.
transparency important? Like, is being
Say
open
it
and
in
important?
game PC. Say it in game
I
PC.
think
He's lying about his
transparency
stuff.
is
Of course.
important, and I think lying.
Fucking-
There is
Oh,
transparency
why was
is
lab taken?
very, very important. If we get into the government, we will ensure full transparency through reports
And I got a
that we
question
issue
for
to the
you.
public.
So,
Yes.
are you using funds from the Rofers community group to fund your campaign? Is it like a
No.
super PAC? No?
No,
You're
there's
clean?
no funding for anyone.
No PAC
Yes.
money?
There's no PAC money.
So
That's a
you
US
have
thing.
not taken any money from APAC
No,
or from Rofer PAC.
no.
Okay.
Are you sure?
I'd like for clarity
completely
from the
sure.
viewers. What is Rofer? Please.
So it is a group owned by KW6M, and I believe that they are funding his campaign.
The group
May you
died in
link the group?
2020.
Okay.
It's a furry group. Someone linked the group.
Oh. Okay.
I'll link
Well,
it.
I'll link the group. So they're not funding you.
No, they're not funding me because I have no funds because I don't make money because it's died in 2020.
All right.
Okay, is that all?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Any people in the audience wanna ask a question?
Just
Please
a
raise your
question
hand.
to tag.
Oh my god. Okay. T Gaming,
I
you're up.
don't. I honestly don't remember what you said about regulating departments. What's your take on that? Well, are you gonna like have a also do you wish to make like a super qualified departmental application process where each application is like the same and it's centralized all in like a one Google form so people have equal opportunity?
Regarding to my department, I will have no any. I mean, I have no any power on the department. It's the department. They can do whatever they want, and I cannot intervene at since they. If I remember, and I'm telling you guys about the equal opportunity is just about their. I mean, I will address any issues and any opinions or any suggestions regarding changing the department into a better one is going to, I will try to collaborate with the high command and with the high command of each department. That's what since I need the permissions as well because they are the one who have control over the department. And regarding to about the equal opportunities for civilian as well to express the opinions, I will take into consideration for us, and then I will suggest that change, or if that could make things better for each department, and it's my beneficial for both the department and their civil affairs. Then I was just I'll just try to collaborate with their other as well. That's the end of my. That's the end of my speech.
Okay. Do you wish to create public transport for all citizens of Ottawa equal of value and cost?
Yeah. I will try to make I will try to turn the transport station. I will try to set up maybe free fare bus for underprivileged people and give and provides any assistance on those who need transportation, such as car loans, or just at our payment plan.
Right. Excuse me.
Yeah, and
that's for the question. So thank you. A question to Lab One: will Foxy Boy be in any power?
One, where's? Okay, there we go.
Yeah, Latato might have to sit this one out.
Oh, I moved on by accident.
All right.
I apologize. I moved them back soon. Please repeat your question.
That's a no Lab One.
No, please. Repeat your
Yeah. We're
question.
gonna be putting him on the bench for this game. He's not gonna.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, we have more questions from the audience. Man, you write essays for your questions, bro. Please. Okay, Ninox, you're up.
All right. So, okay, wait. Let me see who's on stage.
Who's the question directed to?
I got a question for TE Gaming.
Bro.
Right. So
They're talking about I'm just gonna set some rules before this. They're talking about CCP or Tiananmen Square. All right.
okay. Okay.
Go.
Right. So TE Gaming, upon your term of Prime Minister starting, are you going to make it mandatory for every CAF, RCMP, PPS, and CSIS to have a Chinese flag armband on their shoulder?
Mm,
Okay, we're gonna be we're gonna be moving on.
okay.
We're moving on.
What the fuck?
We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
Hey, that's a real question. Come on.
Get the big lay on.
We're gonna move.
This is a question for KW6M.
Oh, there we go. You already created argument.
Please
There
stop
we
asking
go.
me about CSIS, but alright, continue. What's your question?
What's your affiliation to the Roblox account Bacon Hero?
Bacon Hero
Yeah,
is a
okay.
account. It's not me.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Okay. Any more questions from the audience? Please raise your hands.
Yeah, that's my line. You can say that.
But what was
any more
Tortilla?
So, this is for all the candidates, right? So as you know, I am the tribal leader, for the Pequot Reservation, which is Ottawa land, and we've been displaced and unemployed. So would you guys support more welfare for us?
Yeah, this is a question to everyone, please.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I mean, we got some trailer homes that have been unoccupied for years in the behind the city hall.
Well, we've already been squatting in those, so I was wondering if we have like the legal right to them.
Hey,
Yeah, we'll be looking into that if that's true, but you know, we'll see what accommodations we can make with you glorious
we-
native people.
We have excellent
Yeah.
accommodations inside the Ottawa prison for
Yeah.
your squatting.
Well,
So
are
the
you
fact that you've
saying
been
to
squatting-
lock up my people?
Yes, because you've been
No.
squatting at the trailers outside City Hall.
Yeah, because we don't have anywhere to go. We were displaced by the Trail of Tears, buddy.
So work for RCMP. Work for
So
RCMP,
let me
make
get this
money.
straight. You're saying to imprison all native people in Ottawa.
No, I'm
Wow.
saying-
No.
Oh, well, would you
Okay.
propose that CSIS does the kidnapping, or is this something that RCMP can
Okay,
handle?
okay.
It's something RCMP can handle.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
And the question from 9X: if this is about CSIS, I'm kicking you from the server.
All right. So I have a question for let me see. TE Gaming.
Do you have any other candidate, bro?
If it's about CCP, I'm kicking you as well.
Nah. It's not about CCP.
I swear to
Please
God, I
ask a
swear to God.
legitimate question, please.
Right. So are you going to make a so you see how in your hold on, let me get the advertisement up. 1 second. So in your advertisement for the elections, where the fuck is it? Okay, you said People's Labour Party, right?
Yeah.
By People's Labour Party, does that mean you're gonna force people to work, or are you gonna make this optional?
No, I would say the reason why I've come up with the name of my party, I already explained to you guys. We are unequal. We are no matter what work you are in a labor economy. So it's
So
you it's optional for you to work or not. But there's always benefit. But there's always benefit for those who decide to work to contribute more
So-
than those who don't want to work.
do you agree or disagree to do you agree or disagree to the statement you will make work camps in the quarry and do you believe work sets people free?
I cannot promise you anything, but I will try my best with my potential to keep people democracies and the freedom as finest, or as long as it doesn't endanger to the populace, it does not interfere with the life flow, or they can do whatever they want to. But that's the only benefit. There's only benefit for those who try to contribute more for this economy more than those one who doesn't want to do anything.
Okay, so will labor camps replace jail?
No, I think, but yeah, I think that's going to be an option, a good option for convictees, or since I don't want just to just keep them in jail and then waste people waste people taxes. Okay.
Wait, did you
Okay,
say you won't
so-
pay people for their work?
Yeah.
So for clarity, for clarity, he has just said that he will imprison people inside of work camps in the quarry, and they will not be paid.
Yo, he said it himself.
It's actually.
I mean, that's going to be
Yo,
an
I knew
option.
it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew
No,
it. You
no.
beat me from the start.
It's just going to be an option. I'm telling you, it's going to be an option. I mean,
Yo, I
that's
knew
how
there was
you.
something up with this guy.
I mean, that's I call the community service. Okay, that's just like any
Okay,
other
we're
person.
gonna-
It's call
we're
it
gonna have-
community service.
Yeah,
We have three
You're
people who want to
actually
ask
community
questions.
service in
This
real
is
life.
Order,
perfectly
order. Hello.
reasonable. Okay.
We have three more people from the audience want to speak. Okay, we got. Okay.
Yeah, does anyone have that clipped on
There's
a?
a question for KB. Question for KB.
Okay, question for KB.
Can I ask? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Do I get to ask my question, or are you going to ask me something?
No, you get to ask the question.
Okay.
you
So I
ask
have a question for TEG. So since TEG would like labor camps, will you be sending the Uyghurs to? Will you be sending the Uyghur population there, or what will you be doing with the Uyghur population?
Please non-related questions.
We're
not going to be talking about the Uyghurs because it's actually against the YouTube TOS.
Exactly. So.
Anyone else have a question?
Yes, no
If you
labor
click-
camps, no Tiananmen Square, and no China. That's the rules. Okay, next person.
Not mentioning real-life genocides either, including the
Nothing
genocide in
racist
Palestine.
going.
If
Yeah, that's not allowed. Hey.
this is a question for KW.
KW. KW.
Please stop asking me about thesis.
If your government was to come into power, would you adopt an authoritarian regime, and would you use radio towers to enforce that?
You mean the 5G brain controlling cancer radio towers? You mean those, right?
Would you use those radio towers to enforce your authoritarian regime, or has that already been going on in CRC for a long time?
Okay. No, we published the Bill of Rights. We already posted the Bill of Rights. We'll be putting in. We will be 100% democratic.
Will you break those Bill of Rights, considering that the election law has already been violated?
How has the election law been violated?
Numerous
A
reasons.
billion times, actually.
Yeah, okay, that seems about right. I don't know who thought that making a law that Snake would have to follow would go well. I hope that whatever party gets in will actually.
Would you adapt an authoritarian regime on the citizens of
no.
Canada?
I said no.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
Okay. Any more questions? Please raise your hand in the audience.
I see Suffertia. You can come up.
Suffertia.
All right, so this is a pretty valid question, I'd say, for all the candidates, right? So if elected, how do you plan to build trust, like, with the population? Because obviously, I think it's pretty clear that, yeah, at least these two candidates, KW and the man from China, like the public seems to have a lot of distrust. So how do they plan to build trust with the public? Because
well, most of the public.
Well, I mean, we will.
Okay, you go.
Like you say, we will. We will try. When we are elected, I'll try to apply our mission and for my governments are compatible with our promise as when we post in the election poster, and we will try. And I cannot guarantee anything could be done, but I will try my best in my potential and any possibility just try to fulfill my duties at the government and to ensure, but still ensuring you guys' rights are being fulfilled. That's how I'm going to do.
Yes. Well, we already stated this that obviously most of the citizens of Canada are in a department. We're not going to try to regulate them like PBC did, which was very unpopular.
No, but the question is not about regulations. It's about how do you plan to build trust with.
We will build trust by not trying to control them with bureaucrats. Roblox bureaucrats.
So you wouldn't make
Oh,
any
wow.
like further attempts to actually try and gain their trust. You would just leave them alone.
I mean, you can't force them to trust you. You have to show them that you're not going to try to regulate them. You're not going to try to take shit away from them. That sort of stuff.
But you could through transparency though, correct?
Yes, that's
Like
that's
honesty,
of course, we're going to have
having
transparency.
government reports,
Of course,
saying like what some of the
we're going to be
departments that
having
they
a-
don't trust are doing. You know.
I believe previous PPC law required reports, at least by some ministers. I'm not sure though, because it's been deleted. So, but yes, we would be issuing reports, of course. We would be issuing.
iCloud is regular documents, by the way. Anyone who's not in.
Oh yeah,
in the.
So
WLARP.
it's something you do at least, like you mentioned that got deleted, so you don't even know, right? Like, couldn't you have an archiver? Couldn't you do something like that? Like, it seems like you just don't really care
I
about the trust of the
believe
public.
I believe that already exists. There's
I
already
mean,
a
clearly
parliamentary
it's ineffective if it's deleted and nobody has it.
Yeah, PPC deleted all the documents. They're gone. We have.
So why wouldn't you have-
That's actually a possibility.
I mean, again, you can't force the public to trust you. You have to show them that you're trustworthy by, not trying to control them,
So-
not taking shit away from them, not creating fake Roblox bureaucracy.
So by
Fake
taking shit away,
robots.
would that also include their rights by like arbitrary detainments?
Mm.
Taking shit away would be like creating some.
Oh, so but
BS
like
regulation.
you would guarantee the rights.
Yes. Again, we've posted the pre-written charter that we would be proposing in the first session. We would be giving the people their rights. We would be codifying it, sorry. Because it's not codified.
All right. And then so transparency as well. You think that's something that you could do?
Yes, we will definitely be not
And
only
have you
legislating
been
transparency.
transparent in this debate here? Like, have you answered with 100% honesty?
I have. And I'm willing. And if anyone has any other questions for me, they can just DM me.
Okay, so you just stated 100% honesty, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is that all?
Oh yeah, I got one more. So about public transport, like, you got like, do you want just buses, or is there another
that for me?
method that you
Or
would
for TEG?
utilize? Yes, for you.
There's
You're
not going
talking
to be
about
public
transport.
I was not talking about
Oh
public
wait, who was the one talking
I
about
don't-
public transport?
That was TEG. I don't believe in Ottawa public transport because first of all, everyone has free cars, courtesy of His Excellency Sink, and second of all, it's Roblox. So I'm not.
No, but the carbon emissions. So I want to
Yeah,
test
no,
the
no, no,
Chinese
get this
man.
guy. Get this guy.
Do you
off,
see
get
the
this guy off.
fog in Ottawa? I mean, come on.
I mean,
It's like fucking China over here. We need to
Well-
get the fog out of here.
well, I well, I forgot to mention one. As you know, if you like the game and favor the game, she's gonna give you a free car. So I think just if that's the case, why don't you guys just do that to get a free car? And
There
all?
already is a free car.
So,
Yeah, that's a
so
big-
you are taking back your statements about public transport.
Yeah, I mean, if possible, or I will try to set up a public transport as well because some people just don't want to drive at all. So, if possible, I'll just set up some bus. If in the next update, they maybe gonna imply those
bet
things,
that- I bet that would
maybe
go so well.
or maybe we can just
Like a
have.
team.
We can create a new job, just like taxi driver, so that some people can earn money, earn a living, and the others have the right to take a ride as well. That's could be beneficial for both.
Yeah, and one more question for KW. So I just want to clarify on what you said earlier. You'd have RCMP deal with indigenous
bro.
people and put them in jail. That is what you said, right?
Okay.
That is not
About the
what I said.
squatters. No, this is a serious
So
question.
let them speak.
I mean, you said that they were squatting in the trailers. Squatting. That's
Yeah, but in
crime.
Ontario, we
Well-
have a thing called squatters' rights. So you would like to disregard the laws in Ontario and
Let me
in
consider for
favor
a
of
moment.
removing the
That's
indigenous
over.
people from the trailer parks.
Okay, squatters' rights. Only squatters' rights is to take possession after a very long time. Not that you can just.
Yeah,
stay
yeah,
there
we've
outside
been
the
there for
protest
like
button.
20 years.
Okay, no, you haven't.
Yes, we have.
Right. Yes, you're on.
Are you denying that indigenous people are indigenous to North America? It's kind of what it's
denying
sounding like.
they're indigenous to the trailer park?
No, but that's not what this is. I'm saying that we've been there for the more than required time, and you want to just disregard our rights and move us into jails. Is that what you're saying?
No. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you want to take all the indigenous people of Canada and throw them in concentration camps? That's what you're saying?
That's not what I said. I'm not TEG. I'm not TEG.
So, whoa. I think
What do you mean about
date
this?
rule.
I'm
Well,
talking about
I'm-
concentration camps here. It's not what he said.
All right.
I did
Oh,
not
you-
mention concentration camp, but labor things is just that's the optional things.
Yeah,
I have to
I
clarify
guess
you
it could be labor camps, right, KW? It doesn't have to be concentration.
Yeah.
There will be.
Labor
There will be.
camps, yeah.
But I have to
There will be
clarify
no
that is
concentration
all that is for convicted exclusively.
civil.
Well, they're convicted squatters, so I guess it's okay, right? Right?
There will be.
There
There will be.
Yeah.
There will be no labor camps. There will be no concentration camps. There will be
No
no
labor-
forced labor.
Any further questions, Fortia?
You're not
Oh,
the
very
communist.
good.
So I just want to, before I get off stage, so you would support throwing all the squatters who have the legal right to be there under Ontario law, you'd throw them in jail, right?
Yes.
So you would disregard the law to arbitrarily
There's
detain
no
and throw
law.
people
There
in
is no
jail.
law. There is no law.
There
There
is.
no law.
I can
This is-
link it.
Well,
Don't
the Law
this is
Act
all-
is deleted, so.
So I
it
think
doesn't
because
really
the
have a
CSIS
criminal
plan
code.
no-
doesn't want to follow the laws, we shouldn't vote for him. That's just my
There was
conclusion.
no law. There was no.
Your
There was no
opinion,
law.
though,
It's not
you-
real life. It's not real life.
Anyone else have any questions? Oh, please, Chief Lai. If it's about Caesar, I'm kicking you.
Hey, Anzak, please observe the M's.
Okay. So
Who the question is to?
this is a genuine question. How can we
Who?
trust someone in government who's for KW? How can, and actually no, it's for everyone. How can we trust someone in government if they can't be fully transparent with us right now and tell the truth?
What?
How can we trust everyone in government if you can't be fully transparent and tell the truth right now on a Prime Minister debate night?
Okay, but we are. So
Wait, sorry, what's the question?
How can we trust somebody in power if they can't be transparent with us right now?
Well,
well,
unless you have proof that they were untransparent. In my opinion, in my like observatory, with my observatory skills, I only saw KV dodge one question. I asked him what he did. First thing he said it's classified. All the candidates have answered pretty extensively, especially Tag, who couldn't shut up.
yeah,
Okay.
get this hater off the stage.
Okay, we're going off this.
This
Hater.
alleged this person who's like who's
There's-
alleged.
Okay,
the
I've got a genuine
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
So,
For who? Sorry?
well, it's kind of off the not to everyone. So I've seen you guys are really dedicated. I mean, in a way, to obtaining your position in the government. And as you all know, Roblox is shitty ass chat updates coming to Ottawa, which means it will eventually kill the game, if not the community. So,
Okay, now I can give you.
what are your
a
plans? What are your plans after the group
So-
dies? Or
sorry.
well,
Sorry, so we actually, I mean, I can't give away that much because of the policy, but we actually reviewed this, and CRC will not be majorly affected by the new chat rules due to the extremely high concentration, over 90% in one age group. So I hope this helps. CRC will not be affected as much as other groups. Over 90% of the player base is in one age group.
The KP Melans of this game will be not able to talk, but everyone else will be okay. So, not that bad of a problem, I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
okay. Any more
Might be
questions?
beneficial, actually.
Any more questions from the audience?
Oh, of course, the question from the audience from me.
Yeah, I have to go, man. Come on, hurry up.
Okay, I'll hurry up. Question to KV. It's still about legislation. How, like, what are you gonna include in your like regular laws? What are you gonna include in the criminal code besides like air laws and stuff? Because you're gonna have a Transport Canada thing.
Okay, that is finally a non shit question. So aside from our main
Okay.
rules like the Bill of Rights and Transport Canada and the State of Emergency Act will actually codify what counts as a state of emergency and what can be done about it. As for what we'll include in the criminal code, obviously you specified like aviation law. We'll go more into depth on what charges are. We will. It depends on what sort of development support we can get on this, but from what's happened previously, I believe that we can get development support on it. We will be able to modify the times in prison for certain charges.
Believe it or not, it's actually possible right now.
We'll have to see. I said it depends on the sort of development support that we get. It's mainly just clarifying what exactly each charge is for, when it can be used. For example, a big one is people adding warrant for arrest to people who don't need it. What is a terror crime? What is facilitating terror crimes? The degrees of first degree, second degree, third degree murder, that sort of thing. It's mainly just clarifications.
Well, that was already defined. It's kind of a department issue about them not reading it.
If that's the answer to your question, I have another one.
Okay, go ahead.
Can you describe each of the 6 parties running in one sentence?
You want me to describe each party in one sentence, or one sentence to describe all of them?
Party in one sentence, or more if you wish to.
Okay, so you want my opinion on each party. As for the Liberal Party, I think that they have good ideas if we were a row nation. As for my party, I'm not going to comment on my own party. As for FMLN, it's a Salvadorian terrorist organization. As for Canada United, I think this is a good party. I hope that we can create a coalition together. As for SDP, again, I think that this is a good party. If it wasn't, if this was a row nation like Mayflower. As for the People's Labour Party of Canada, we hate socialism and we hate communism. As for who else? Who else is there? Oh, and as for PPC, they're jokers. They shouldn't have ran. They should have saved face by not running.
Just
The fact that nobody has a microphone tells you
Okay,
all you need to know about them.
Is that all? Anzak?
yes, bring game tester on.
Okay, game tester. Please state who the question is directed to and say your question.
Hello. This
Hello.
is a question to every like party thingy.
Okay, so every candidate.
So can you bring up like everyone?
Ask your question.
Well,
Yes.
I just got shot in Ottawa. So what will you do? This is sort of a personalized question, but what will you do to like aid the correctional service of Canada?
Again, sorry, I hate bringing this one up, but Sync has really said that we can't regulate departments. What we will do to assist them is attempting to coordinate civilian and CSC events or department to department events. For example, cooperation with RCMP.
I mean,
Right.
Again, we
So-
can't make a
my
rule
bad.
about it. We
Or-
can't make rules for them. We
Yeah,
can't do
obviously.
development for them. So
I mean, we cannot do anything with our department, but if possible, we can come up with new events, collaborate with other departments, or maybe we can host some events or that's related. That's still department related, which is more classified, more specified to the other department as well. Yeah.
Is that all?
Wait.
No one?
I would have Minister of Public Safety coordinate with the Commissioner of CSC, because I think the big problem is that people, I think there's a lack of interest, because I think of the agencies, I think the Commissioner is actually very like competent. I think it's one of the best or better ran departments in the group, and I think it has potential. It just lacks the membership and dedication from the actual member base. I think the command themselves are good. They just need help finding new ways, which can be done through collaboration.
Right.
Is that all?
So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't have any other question.
Okay.
Question from Sub Forsha.
Okay. Fortunately, I have to go. So if a new moderator can be appointed or
Can we just end
takeover, I don't know.
So this is a question for
Okay,
KW.
last question.
Oh my god. There's
Okay,
3 viewers. Okay, ask your question.
It's
There's
okay.
three
It's
viewers
okay.
in
I'll
the
be
no.
room.
Look, listen, listen, listen. This is gonna be the last question. I have to go. Go. We're ending the
Alright,
stage.
Move them up here.
Who are you asking?
KW6M.
Okay.
So in regards to commerce and private businesses, what do you plan to do? Like, do you plan to give up business licenses? Have your commerce ministry do that?
Sync has
No?
very, very specified that will not happen. So unless something changes, like Vancouver, which it may change when the new game comes out, but that will not be this term.
So
might be this
no
term.
Ledyard pizza.
No, there'll be none of whatever you just said.
Ledyard pizza. There will be no Ledyard pizza. Okay, gotcha.
No, not unless civilian businesses come in Vancouver, which they may. Not saying they will, but they may. But that will not be this term, that's for sure. That would be a later feature after release, not a feature on release.
All right, that's all.
Sorry to
Thank
say.
you.
Does any of the candidates wish to continue the
If
debate with the new moderator being me without any prejudice or bias, obviously? Why did I say prejudice? I'm a moron. But Heated Waffles has to go. You guys can say in the stage chat, you don't have to go on stage. Or in game, actually.
Sorry, I just want to ask if we can kind of end this, because it's been going on for like 2 hours, 30 minutes, and the live stream has 3 viewers. One of them is me.
yeah, we're gonna end it. Bro.
Okay, we're ending the debate, everyone.
But wait, 433x218 does have a question. I see his hand up.
No, this is the last.
Okay,
no more
okay,
questions.
last
No more
question.
No. We said that before. No more questions.
I've got
No
one
more questions.
Just one.
No.
Just one.
No more
For
questions.
KW. Just one for
Okay,
KW.
Fine. Okay. Go.
So for KW, if the Canadian government had the power to, would you declare FMLN as a terrorist organization?
They don't actually do anything in game. So, unless it is something in game, probably not.
Then why do you refer to them as a terrorist organization?
They are a Salvadorian terrorist organization. If you Google them, they're a Salvadorian terrorist organization.
Would you declare them as a threat to Canada?
No, I mean in game.
So
no.
why do you refer them?
Because in real life,
Because
in real life, they are a Salvadorian terrorist organization.
Okay, well, your point for a lot of this debate has been this isn't real life, so why are you bringing that up then?
Because it's a joke party, so I'm making a joke.
Okay.
Hope this clarifies. Let's end this debate now.
Okay.
Everyone,
all the candidates.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, everyone. Thank you for supporting the Loudspeaker of Canada.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for support. Whatever he said, I don't know.
20 viewers at peak. That's very good. That's very good.
The viewers.
So, thank you very much. Obviously, the last debate went much better than this one. We had 50 people in the audience. We had 70 stream views, but
shout out Vikvar from watching in the middle of nowhere, some random ass forest.
Yeah, he's literally in the forest, guys. I will post it right now. Well, this is the reason PPC wasn't able to attend. As a matter of fact, whoever's their supporter, you can get the reasoning from your party, from your local party member, from your local member of parliament. If you would please take a peek at the electoral debate stage chat. That is where Vikvar is this moment. He's currently in there. So sorry to any PPC supporters. It is no one. It is because okay. Well, KV, I'm not gonna allow that slander. They're all like. So I don't think they're all 5 years old. What's his name? Prime Plan. Please end the stream.
Okay, again, thank you all guys for watching. Thank you for participating.